Is going after 20 to 1, 30 to 1 reward risk trades worth it? Keep watching to find out. Before we start, let me remind you that all the results you see on the Collective 2 website and this video are hypothetical. You can read more about why we say this and what that word means on this page, collective2.com/hypothetical results. In this video, you're going to see charts and numbers that generally portray good trading results, although not always. But keep in mind that in many such cases, such trades were not placed in live accounts. And in those cases where live trading did occur, the results shown here are a mathematical average of multiple live trading accounts. So there's no single account that exactly matches any of the results. Finally, remember that trading is risky. Although this video may show you hypothetical results that are profitable, it is also possible to lose money. There's no guarantee of success. In fact, most people who trade lose money. Collective 2 and/or trading in general are not right for everyone, so be careful to weigh the real risks before you decide on using a service like Collective 2. Use good judgment and never trade with money you can't afford to lose. I've been seeing a trend lately among investing channels on YouTube, particularly the ones pertaining to Forex. I've been seeing a lot of these channels preaching a style of investing that looks for 20 to 1, 30 to 1 reward risk trades. And today we're going to take a look at whether or not that makes sense from a statistical perspective. So going after 20 to 1, 30 to 1, 50 to 1 reward to risk trades can be very enticing, to say the least. There's really almost no better feeling than to secure a huge reward to risk trade and to brag about it on social media and to all your friends. And I've actually pulled up a setup that I believe has the potential to be one of those 20 to 1, 30 to 1 R trades. So right here is a daily chart of the Swiss yen Forex pair. There's essentially no demand until sort of all the way down here. So if we take a look at what that looks like from a reward to risk perspective, so this is that supply zone that I had on the 1 hour chart. It's really small now that we're on the daily chart. And if we take a look at the risk reward, if we have our stop at that high, and then we target the demand zone right over here, we see we have a 21 R trade potentially. The next thing I'm going to do is take a look at whether or not that actually makes sense to go after these types of trades from a statistical perspective. So on paper, going after 21 to 1 reward risk trades looks like a great idea. You technically only have to be right, 1 out of 20 trades to, quote, be profitable in the long run. However, the problem with this kind of system is your equity curve is going to be extremely unpredictable. So here's what I mean by that. The best way I know how to explain what I mean is by asking a simple question. For example, what is the probability that you will have 20 losing trades in a row? Because I think that for virtually every trader, going 3 months, 6 months, a year at a time and experiencing 20 in a row, 30 in a row losing trades, it's going to be extremely difficult to continue and have faith and have confidence in your system, even if that system is profitable. So to calculate the probability that a setup like this will lose 20 times in a row, we're going to make a very reasonable assumption. Okay, we're going to assume that this kind of system is profitable, and we're going to assume a 50% reward on risk. In other words, return on capital, so to speak. So for every 1 risk unit, it's going to return on average about 1.5 times that risk. So here's how this is going to look. So for simplicity, let's say we're risking 1% per trade. So in order to make 0.5% per trade on average, our strike rate for this kind of trade has to be approximately 1 in 12 trades. And once again, this is an incredible strike rate for a reward to risk of 20 to 1. And if you have a significantly better strike rate for trades like this, like 1 in 5 or something like that, and you're making like thousands of percent in returns a month, then let me know. Just comment down below, and I'll reach out to you, and we'll have some coffee or something. So this assumption is already extremely optimistic, and the most relevant question that we absolutely have to ask is, what is the chance that we go 12 trades in a row without a winner? What's the chance we go 20 trades in a row without a winner? And luckily, the math for that calculation is extremely simple. All we have to do is raise 11/12, which is the probability that we will have a loser in our next trade. We simply raise that to the 12th power. Now let me get my calculator out real quick. So that is going to be equal to approximately 35% chance of having 12 in a row losing trades on an extremely profitable system. So let's take a look at what the chance is to get 20 losing trades in a row. We simply do the same calculation, but instead of to the 12th, we have to the 20th power. And that is going to be approximately 17%, which is still a huge probability. I mean, you could go a whole year looking for 20 to 1 risk reward trades, having 50% return on your risk for your system on average. And you could be down, let's say you're risking, I guess in this case we're risking 1%. That's going to be almost a 20% loss, assuming you're adjusting your risk when your equity changes. Almost a 20% loss. And that loss could take you 6 months or a year, depending on how often you trade, depending on how often you find these setups. And at the end of all that, what human trader is still going to have confidence in their system to keep going? So the only conclusion we could possibly make from this mathematical assessment is that going after these 20 to 1, 30 to 1 R trades simply does not make sense. And if we scale profits out, we're not going to have the problem of going several months with a profitable system with nothing but drawdown. And if you found this helpful, I would ask that you drop us a like and leave a comment down below. More content coming soon. Thanks for watching.